dear friend. My name is Mark, and I want to welcome you gently into the quiet hour. I'm grateful that you're here in this small pocket of stillness where nothing needs to be rushed and nothing needs to be achieved. This moment is simply for you. A quiet pause, a breath, a soft place to rest your mind and your heart. Before we settle in, I want to share something simple with you. If this peaceful space has been meaningful for you, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. It only takes a moment, and it helps keep this gentle project alive and growing. Thank you for being part of it. Now let yourself begin to slow down. You don't need to do anything else right now. Just be here. Allow your shoulders to drop as if a quiet weight is being lifted from them. Let your jaw soften. Let the muscles around your eyes rest. There is no expression you need to hold, no tension you need to carry. Take a slow breath in and a slow breath out, not forcing, not controlling, just allowing the breath to move gently, like a calm tide on a peaceful shore. If you can, make sure your space feels safe and gentle. Perhaps a soft light, perhaps the quiet hum of the night around you, a blanket resting over you, a pillow supporting your head. Whatever helps you feel at ease, as though you are being held by stillness itself. Here, you are not alone. You are not hurried. You are not required to fix anything. You are simply invited to rest. Stay with me now. Settle deeper. Let the day loosen its grip. This is your quiet hour, and I am here with you. Dear friend, as you rest here in this quiet space, I will now read from the book of Psalms. Tonight, we listen to Psalm 20. Let the words flow gently over you like a soft stream in the night. You don't need to hold on tightly to anything. Simply listen and allow these ancient words to settle into your heart. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. The Lord hear thee in the day of trouble. The name of the God of Jacob defend thee. Send thee help from the sanctuary, and strengthen thee out of Zion. Remember all thy offerings, and accept thy burnt sacrifice. Selah. Grant thee according to thine own heart, and fulfill all thy counsel. We will rejoice in thy salvation, and in the name of our God we will set up our banners. The Lord fulfill all thy petitions. Now know I that the Lord saveth his anointed. He will hear him from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord our God. They are brought down and fallen, but we are risen and stand upright. Save, Lord. Let the King hear us when we call. Dear friend, stay resting here with me for a while. Let the words you just heard settle softly in your mind, like petals drifting down onto still water. There is no hurry to understand everything, no pressure to analyze. Simply let the meaning wash over you, quietly, patiently, in its own time. This psalm is a gentle assurance spoken in the midst of uncertainty. It begins with a prayer for the one who faces a day of trouble. Perhaps tonight, that one is you. Perhaps your heart carries worries that no one else can see, concerns about tomorrow, questions without answers, weariness that has built slowly over many days. And here, in these ancient words, there is a tender reminder that you are not left to face any of it alone. The Lord hears, the Lord defends, the Lord sends help from his sanctuary, not from a distant place of indifference, but from a holy presence that is attentive and near. You may imagine that help arriving quietly, like a soft covering over your shoulders. Not dramatic, not overwhelming, simply steady. A strength that holds you when you feel too tired to hold yourself. A protection that does not sleep when you do. A remembrance of every offering of your heart, even the ones no one else ever saw. Every small prayer whispered under your breath. Every sigh that felt too heavy for words. None of them are forgotten. There is something deeply comforting in the way this psalm speaks of God fulfilling the desires of the heart. Not every passing wish, not every restless impulse, but the true, deep longing beneath it all. The longing to be safe, to be loved, to be guided, to find peace. Tonight, You do not have to chase those things. You are invited to trust that the one who formed your heart understands it more intimately than you do yourself. The psalm speaks of rejoicing in salvation, of banners lifted in the name of God. These are images of victory, but not the loud, conquering kind. Rather, the quiet victory of a soul that no longer feels alone, the gentle triumph of hope returning after despair, the soft rising of confidence that even in the dark there is a hand holding you upright. There is also a tender contrast here. Some trust in chariots, some trust in horses. In our own lives, we may trust in our plans, our resources, our control, our effort. We build inner chariots, hoping they will carry us safely through every storm. But eventually, each of us learns that these things can falter. Plans change, strength fades, certainty slips through our fingers, and so the psalm invites us to remember the name of the Lord our God, to place our trust not in what we can hold together, but in the one who holds us together. Imagine for a moment that your worries are like heavy armor you have worn all day. Tonight, you are allowed to set them down. Not because everything is suddenly solved, but because you are not the only one responsible for carrying them. You can rest in the knowledge that while you sleep, God remains awake, watching, guarding, listening, attentive to every call of your heart. The psalm speaks of those who are brought down and fallen, and those who rise and stand upright. Perhaps you have known both. Moments when you felt strong and moments when you felt as though you could not stand at all. Tonight, there is no expectation for you to be strong. There is only an invitation to be held, to be supported, to let the one who never falls be your foundation. As you lie here, breathing slowly, you might sense a quiet presence beside you, not intrusive, not demanding, simply there, a companion in the night, a king who hears when you call. Even if your call is nothing more than a whisper, even if it is only a tear, even if it is a longing without words, let that truth settle deeply. You are heard, you are seen, you are not forgotten in this vast world. In the stillness of this moment, the Lord is attentive to you, right where you are, just as you are. As the night surrounds you, there is something sacred in this darkness, not a darkness of fear, but of rest, the kind of darkness in which seeds grow beneath the soil, the kind in which the body repairs, the mind unwinds, and the soul is held in unseen hands. You are lying in the quiet hours, when the world softens its noise, when expectations fall away, when even the sky seems to whisper rather than shout. This is where trust becomes simpler, not because life is simple, but because you are no longer trying to hold everything together by your own strength. The psalm speaks of God hearing in the day of trouble, but tonight, in the quiet of your room, you may bring him not only your troubles, but your weariness, your unspoken questions, your tired attempts at being strong. You do not need to dress your prayers in perfect language. You do not need to prove faith with grand declarations. Simply existing here, listening, breathing, longing for peace, that is already a prayer. There is a gentle beauty in knowing that help comes from the sanctuary, a holy place, a place set apart, not noisy, not chaotic, but calm, steady, pure. You may imagine that sanctuary now, not as a distant temple of stone, but as the presence of God right where you are, near your pillow, near your breath, near your resting body, a presence that does not invade, but quietly fills the space with safety. The psalm says he remembers all offerings, every small effort, every quiet attempt to trust, every time you kept going when you felt empty, every time you chose kindness when it would have been easier to close your heart. None of these are lost. None are forgotten. In the stillness of this night, you are not invisible. You are remembered. And then there is that tender promise that God grants according to the heart, not the surface noise of what we think we want, but the deeper yearning beneath it all. Perhaps your deepest longing is simply to rest, to feel safe, to know you are held, to believe that tomorrow is not entirely on your shoulders. Tonight, you are invited to let that longing be met in quiet trust, not in striving. The world often teaches us to trust in chariots and horses, to trust in productivity, control, preparation, strength, certainty. But here, in this moment, you are allowed to release all of that. You do not need to manage the universe tonight. You do not need to solve every problem before you sleep. You are free to remember the name of the Lord your God, not as a concept, but as a presence that steadies your heart. Feel the gentle rhythm of your breathing. Notice how your body already knows how to rest without instruction, how your heart beats without your effort, how your breath flows without your control. This is a small reflection of how God works in your life, quietly, constantly, faithfully, without needing your supervision. The psalm speaks of those who fall and those who rise. Perhaps you have felt fallen, drained, heavy, overwhelmed. Tonight, you do not have to rise by force. You are simply being lifted, slowly, tenderly, by a strength greater than your own. Even as your body lies still, your soul is being upheld. And there is a king who hears when you call. A king who does not dismiss small voices, who does not overlook fragile hearts, who is not irritated by repeated worries, who listens even to the prayer you cannot fully form. The whisper, the sigh, the tear, the longing, all of it reaches him. Imagine now that you are resting under a wide night sky, the stars steady, the air gentle, a quiet covering over you. God watching over your sleep as a shepherd watches over resting sheep, not anxious, not distracted, fully present, fully attentive. You are safe in this moment. Let your muscles soften further. Let your thoughts slow. If worries drift in, do not wrestle with them. Let them pass like clouds across the night sky. You do not need to chase them. You do not need to solve them. You are held. Let us pray together now, dear friend. You do not need to speak aloud. You do not need to find perfect words. Simply allow this prayer to carry your own thoughts, like a small boat resting upon a gentle river. Let your heart listen. Let your spirit breathe. God of quiet nights and gentle mornings, you who hear in the day of trouble, you who do not turn away from the weary soul, here we are. In this still moment, in this softened darkness, we come to you not with strength, not with certainty, not with carefully shaped phrases, but simply as we are, tired, hoping, breathing, trusting. Even if that trust feels small and fragile, you see us completely. You know the thoughts that crowd the mind, the worries that tighten the chest, the memories that echo when the world grows quiet. Nothing about us is hidden from you, and still, you welcome us. Tonight, we lay before you every concern that we have carried through the day. The ones we spoke aloud, the ones we hid behind polite smiles, the ones we barely admitted even to ourselves. We place them gently in your hands, not throwing them, not forcing them away, just resting them there, trusting that you are strong enough to hold what we cannot. You are the one who hears when we call, even when our call is only a whisper, even when it is only a tired sigh, even when it is a silent ache beneath the ribs. You hear, you understand. You are near. Lord, send help from your sanctuary, not help that overwhelms, not help that startles, but help that steadies, quiet help, gentle help, the kind that wraps around the heart like a warm blanket in the cold of night. Strengthen us from within. Strengthen us in ways we may not even notice until morning comes and we realize we were carried through the darkness. Remember, O God, every offering of our lives, every small act of faith, every attempt to trust, every time we kept walking when it would have been easier to stop. Remember the prayers we forgot we prayed, the hopes we were too shy to voice, the love we tried to give even when we felt empty. Let none of it be wasted. Let none of it be lost. Grant, Lord, what is truly needed in the depths of our hearts. Not always what we ask for in haste, but what our souls quietly long for. peace that does not depend on circumstances, rest that is not fragile, hope that does not collapse at the first sign of trouble. Shape our desires gently, guide them softly, fulfill what aligns with your wisdom and your love. We choose tonight to trust not in our own chariots, not in our own plans, not in our own control. We have tried to hold everything together. We have tried to foresee every outcome. We have tried to be our own safeguard. And now, in this quiet hour, we let those efforts loosen. We remember your name. We rest in your character. We lean into your faithfulness. If we have fallen, lift us without hurry. If we feel broken, hold us without judgment. If we feel uncertain, remain beside us without demand. Let us be among those who rise and stand upright, not by force, but by grace. Tonight, bless the listener lying here. Bless their breathing. Bless their body as it unwinds. Bless their mind as it slows. Bless their heart as it opens just enough to receive peace. Let your presence fill the room quietly. Let your care feel real and near. Let your love settle like soft light across the soul. Watch over their sleep, guard their rest. Stay near through the long hours when eyes are closed and thoughts drift like distant stars. Be the shepherd who does not sleep. Be the king who hears when we call. Be the refuge that does not move. And so, dear God, we remain here in your presence. No rush, no striving, no need to be anywhere else. The night stretches softly around us, quiet and wide, like a great cloak of peace. And beneath that cloak, we rest in you. We do not need to watch the horizon for danger. We do not need to scan the darkness for answers. You are already here. You are already awake. You are already enough. As this prayer continues, let it become simpler. Fewer words, softer thoughts, a gentle drifting of the heart towards stillness. Lord, receive the last traces of tension in the body, the tightness in the shoulders, the weight in the chest, the small furrow in the brow. Touch each place with quiet ease. Let muscles loosen without effort. Let breathing become slow and natural. Let the body feel safe to surrender into rest. Receive the noise of the mind, the unfinished conversations, the tasks left undone, the questions waiting for tomorrow. We place them before you, not to solve tonight, but to set down for now. They do not need to be carried into sleep. You will hold them. You will watch over them. Tomorrow will come in its own time. Receive the concerns of the heart, the tender places, the disappointments, the hopes that feel uncertain, the love that longs to be known. Hold these gently as one would hold a small bird resting in the palm, without pressure, without demand, only care. Lord, you have heard every call. You have seen every tear. You have counted every breath. Nothing about this life is lost in your sight. Tonight, we do not need to explain ourselves. We do not need to justify our feelings. We are simply here, and you are simply with us. As the psalm whispered, some trust in chariots, some in horses, but here, in the quiet hour, we trust in your name, not as a distant idea, but as a living presence. A name that means shelter, a name that means faithfulness, a name that means love that does not let go. If there is fear, let it soften. If there is loneliness, let it be met. If there is exhaustion, let it be honored. We do not push anything away. We simply allow you to be present in all of it. Lord, let the listener feel gently accompanied, not alone in the dark, not forgotten, not drifting without anchor. Let there be a quiet knowing deep beneath thought that says, I am held, I am seen, I am safe enough to rest. As sleep approaches, guard the threshold between waking and dreaming. Let the last conscious thoughts be gentle ones. Let the heart feel at peace. Let the body feel supported. Let the room feel calm. Let the night feel like a sanctuary. And if the mind wanders, if worries return, if rest feels distant for a while, remain patient. Remind the heart again and again that you are near, that no effort is required, that resting is allowed, that trust is not measured by strength, but by willingness to be held. We lie down in peace. We breathe in quiet assurance. We let go into your care. Stay with us through the hours of darkness. Watch faithfully, love steadily. Remain closer than breath, nearer than thought, gentler than silence. And as the prayer grows softer and words grow fewer, we simply remain, resting, listening, being held in the quiet hour.